Hey, it's been a while. We've got a lot of updates to cover, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, so I'm just going to get straight to the point. Here we have ZoomZike, which is going to be my second channel, which I am dedicating to live streaming and videos that don't really fit with the style of the main channel. So that means no more live streams on the main channel. You are mainly going to see everything here on ZoomZike. I say mainly because if I do want to experiment with other kinds of streaming services, I may decide to stream there. However, regardless of where I stream, all streaming content can be found on ZoomZike. This includes the Mario Party side mode streams. I'm going to redirect all of them to the ZoomZike channel so you can find everything there. And like I said before, there's going to be different kinds of other content there, stuff that isn't really edited. Maybe if I wanted to get my thoughts out on something that I felt strongly about, similar to Ramblings of a Zyke, although it's probably going to be in vlog format, where, you know how you can see me in the bottom right corner right now, it's going to be blown up in full screen. It's going to be pretty cool. Next thing is the ZoomZike subreddit. Now, I'm not expecting this thing to blow up or have a lot of people talking, but if you hate that gosh darn YouTube comment system, then this is the subreddit for you if you want to talk about my videos. I have a bot set up, so every time I upload a video, whether it be on the ZoomZike channel or the ZoomZike channel, it's going to post it so you can comment on it if you like. If you'd like to make your own kind of post, feel free, as long as it's something that you can see me caring about. It doesn't even have to be specifically about me, but if you had some thoughts on maybe the newest Paper Mario, and it's something that you would like me to read, I keep up with this subreddit and I will respond to you. So, or if you, I want that L back ZoomZike, oh my gosh, you want to do something like that, feel free, it's whatever. In terms of my thoughts on the June Zoom, here are all the videos I managed to upload. We've got the June Zoom, Super Mario World video, practically everything. But I do think it was a massive success. I got to experiment with all different kinds of videos. I got to make videos that were very unscripted, in one take, like the TikTok Clock Rocks. I got to give some more opinion pieces, such as the No More Mario Sonic Olympic Games Please. Did more subspace videos in kind of different styles. I made this clan ad video, which I thought was pretty cool. But I feel like a better way to reflect on the June Zoom is not necessarily just kind of pointing out all these videos here in a playlist, but by going over a tier list. That's right, I made a tier list template for the June Zoom videos. And if you would like to make your own tier list for this, I have the link to it in the description. It's a template, and if you want to link whatever tier list you made for it, then feel free to show it to me on Twitter or the ZoomZike public Discord server. That's right, I made a public Discord server in the form of the ZoomZike, which there should be an invite link on screen right now. That's limited to 25 people. That's right, I probably should have told you that, because so get in quick while you still can. It's on screen right now. I know it's still on screen. I know it's very scary. You got to be careful. If you don't do it right now, then it's probably all going to go away. So I only have 25 people limited to it right now because I want to test it a little bit. I'm not going to show it to you right now because it's still a work in progress. I want to stress test it with as little people as I can as possible. So that invite link should be gone off the screen right now. Only 25 people. I'm sorry. If you didn't get in, it's a bit of a bummer. There's probably a few people watching that. Yeah, look, there's another one. There's another one. Look, it's right there. Another 25 people. You can get into that one. If you don't give up, then never give up. I'm probably going to be throwing these invite links into Twitter, tweets that I post. I'm probably going to post them maybe in some weird locations. I might hide them in videos. Who knows? Maybe look around in the ZoomZike subspace places. You can not literally like Brawl subspace, but ZoomZike places on the internet. You might find some stuff. But yeah, I hope to make the ZoomZike Discord server a really cool place, a fun place to hang out. When I first came back from my rebirth, when this channel was first restarted, called with the video Recollection and Rebirth, one of the goals I said was to cultivate a community, and the ZoomZike Discord server was originally a patron-only Discord server, and I'm like, that doesn't really cultivate much of a community. Like, the community's still there, but I feel like it can become larger. So I'm making it semi-public right now and building our way up. That's all I'm going to say on that for now. More info will be in the ZoomZike Discord server if you got into it. And I will be releasing way more invite links in the future once everything is settled out. I'm really excited to get to that and have a way larger server than what it is right now, with moderators and tons of cool events going on. So anyways, this is the June Zoom tier list, which I will get to right now. I want to do everything in order, and I want to show you my opinions on everything that, had been done. So this tier right here is the update videos tier, where I didn't feel like ranking the June Zoom announcement and the June Zoom checkpoint would make that much sense. I hope that makes sense. Like, why would I put this in S tier, A tier? Like, they're videos that counted for the June Zoom, but I feel like ranking them was going to be kind of awkward. So I'm deciding not to do so. Our first video to rank is Super Mario World is literally unplayable. I think this is a solid S tier video. It started the meme with the whole L, where people wanted me to give them L's. They wanted to know where their L was, and I just found it hilarious, honestly. Then we've got A Genius's Perspective. This is the No Game No Life video I made. I resonate with this video very strongly. I felt like I was able to explain how I've grown as a person due to Sora's help from No Game No Life, and it touched me a little emotionally, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. We've got me, Mario Maker, and my magnificent level. I feel like this is one of the worst videos of the June Zoom. I have better one-take videos that I made this month. I stutter a lot during this. I feel like the video could have been shorter and more concise. We've got the best cutscene in the Subspace Emissary. This is my favorite Subspace video I have made. Somewhere around here is where I'd put it. Let's just consider the S tier as unranked for now. I have a lot of vigor as I'm going through the Ike cutscenes, and I'm really proud of one of my favorite comedic lines is in there where I say, you know, actually just watch the video for yourself. It's when I talk about every enemy crapping themselves, and every time I watch that video of mine and I go to that part, I always laugh, so I feel like I really nailed the punchline there. We've got Ramblings of a Zyke, and I wouldn't call this like an S tier video or anywhere close. I wouldn't call it an A tier either. But I would put it in the rank of B because there were a lot of thoughts that I wanted to get out, like just kind of explode with, and I'm proud of myself for being able to speak on some sensitive issues without veering back into my shell like I have been. So because of that, that's why I don't want to put it in C, D, or F. Feel like it has a lot of value. We've got How PSO2 Cured My Character Creation Nightmares. I actually wanted this video to be a lot funnier than it was, but it ended up kind of falling flat. I don't really remember many comedic moments from it, and I wish I wish I could redo it and have a different take on the concept. We got Mario Kart 8 is garbage, which I'd put in C, maybe high D. I'm not really that much of a fan of that kind of compilation video I made. Some people found it funny. I had classical music on it, and I can understand why the memes were funny and stuff. Making it was quite easy. I already had a lot of footage from Mario Kart 8 in the past. Maybe I'd put it in C rank. I had more fun than the other two videos, my Mario Maker 1 and PSO2, but didn't really stick out too much to me. We've got My Favorite Pokemon is the Best One. That is the Jolteon video. I would say that's a solid... I make a lot of jokes in a short span of time that I'm pretty proud of. I feel like the video could have ended off on a more funny note, but I just kind of went for the whole shiny joke, and I feel like it could have been way funnier than it actually was, so I'm going to set that high B for now. We've got Delfino Plaza is the perfect hub world. I could have explained myself a bit better on some of the things, but I am quite proud of how concise I was, how succinct I was. I would probably put that at low S tier or high A tier. For now, I'm going to put it at high A tier because that's what I'm feeling. I might change around some of these placements a little later on. We've got Remember This Sonic cutscene. I don't really like, I'll put that low B tier for now. I don't really like how I played the whole 2-minute cutscene. It's normal for me to play a cutscene when I'm talking about subspace cutscenes because I only play like 30-second cutscene. That's how short they are. But in this one, I built up to the cutscene and played the whole 2-minute thing. I feel like I could have cut some parts out so people didn't have to go over something that they've already seen. But I always justify to myself, what if they haven't seen it? So, although I feel like if I was given a little more time, I could have done a bit more with this. Also, I misinterpret one of the parts of a cutscene where I believe Eggman knows something because of something I had pointed out, but someone in the comments had pointed out to me, oh, in this part of the story, Eggman actually already knew what you pointed out, so you're wrong. And I'm like, yeah, I'm wrong. So I have to kind of bump it down for that because I spread a little bit of misinformation, or I wasn't very clear in my motto, in my message. We've got the funniest cutscene in the Subspace Emissary. I don't think this was as funny as the Ike one, and I feel like the punchline lacked a little bit, but I will put it at around B because the Captain Falcon killing all those Pikmin, my reaction, it was so genuine too, and I feel like my scream on it wasn't... I feel like my scream wasn't that genuine, but like my reaction to it was, if that makes sense. I didn't... Whatever, I'll move on. The Virgin Power Moon versus the Chad. power star. I would say that's a low, like high B. Still not as good as the Jolteon video though, because I explained the different kinds of aspects of getting a star, getting a power mood, getting a shine sprite in the Mario games, and I went over it quite well, I believe. However, I neglected to go over the objective power moons in Super Mario Odyssey that someone pointed out, which just kind of hits at me. Whenever I miss a crucial detail that should have been in the video, that's when it kind of hurts me. So I bring it down a bit. I do like the thumbnail I put for it, and yeah. Which Paper Mario design are you? I went over the different kinds of Paper Mario designs, and I wish I had explained myself more on the white outline, since some people were still confused on why the white outline wasn't that much of a, or was such a big deal to some people. And I kind of did a quick 180 when I started talking about Paper Mario the Origami King, and I feel like I could have done that a little bit better. So I'll put that at a low B for now, maybe high C. I'll put a low B, because I did enjoy the meme I made at the beginning of the video. No more Mario & Sonic at the Olympic Games. I had some interesting ideas here, although I wish that I could have had visuals that explained the ideas a bit more. And the things that I was saying could have been fleshed out a bit better. I'll put that at a high C for now. Not that my ideas were bad, I still believe in my ideas, but I believe that the footage could have been a bit, more to the point. I even say at the beginning of the video that I couldn't find many good visuals, where I could have found them if I was given enough time, but I didn't have that much time to make this particular video because I woke up late, so I'll put that high C for now. TikTok clock rocks. I'll put this at a high D. It started off the whole one take thing that I was doing, and I'm really glad about that. However, it took me 5 to 10 minutes to get into the level. I die multiple times in the level, and although I do challenge myself by continuing my speech, even though I died, I feel like I stutter way too much, and I repeat concepts over and over again. So, the one takes after TikTok clock, I think we're done much better. And that's when we get to Coconut Mall, which I would put in A tier. I feel like it was the best one take I did during the June Zoom. I go through the whole course, and I explain very succinctly, I use that word a lot, I explain in a very tight, concise manner why I care about the parts of this course, and why I believe other people care about this course as well. I don't think I left anything out. After I make a video, normally there's some things that come to mind and I'm like, man, I wish I included that. I didn't have that for Coconut Mall, so I'm quite proud of that one. We've got, is Corona Mountain Mario's worst level? I believe that was better than TikTok Clock, but worse than the Coconut Mall one because I started repeating myself over and over again, as some commenters had pointed out. I will put that below Ramblings of a Zyke and the Sonic cutscene. I'll put that at a low B tier. I feel like I could have been more straight to the point with everything I was saying. Speaking with being more straight to the point with everything I was saying, my Mario games tier list is great, probably. People had a lot of problem with the Super Mario 3D World one. Now, I cannot put this video that much higher than C tier, simply because if the video was as good at explaining my opinion as I hoped for it to be, I wouldn't have had to make a follow-up video, if that makes sense. So, I'm proud of the tier list I made. Some people were pointing out you shouldn't put games on there that you haven't played yet. That's not very fair. Yeah, I admit I shouldn't have done that. I should have made a separate tier list, or I should have at the very least made a tier for games I haven't played and then rated them within that tier for what I have seen. So it didn't seem like I was acting as though, oh, I know everything about this game, I can place it on here. So I should have kept that in mind. Then we've got, why is Super Mario 3D World an F tier? I would put this I'll put this at the top of C tier because I did waste a video basically correcting a video the day before. However, that spaghetti analogy I made at the very end of the video, I feel really encapsulated how I feel about video games and how I rate video games. The analogies I make in this video are quite, of quality, I would say. If you didn't understand what I was getting at with this video, you might actually need to rewatch it, because the spaghetti analogy I made at the end is pretty on par with what I'd say my opinion was. I love spaghetti. I've eaten so much of it though, so I might just get sick of it if I've just been eating spaghetti for years and I'm full of it, my stomach's like, oh god, no more spaghetti. That's kind of the deal. Then we've got the June Zoom checkpoint, but that's in the update videos tier. And we've got Point of View Clan Ed, which is an easy S tier for me. I know my community here, or, you know, my fan base here, is kind of split on anime. I got some people who are watching my anime videos, and they enjoy them, and I'm really happy for that. And some people are just kind of like off about anime, and it's understandable. I'm not going to go on a whole rant on it, but if there's any anime video that I've made that I feel that people here should watch just to kind of see if they might be into something, I would say it's this one, my point of view clan ad video, where I wrote the script putting you into perspective of the protagonist of the show in an attempt for me to convey the emotions that the character feels in the show, both, you know, funny, happy, and sad. I feel like it was a very unique style of video, so even if you're not into anime, I would like you to watch the point of view clan ad video just to kind of get a different feeling of a video, because I haven't seen many videos like that on YouTube, if any. Who knows, maybe there's a genre out there where people are putting you in the position of certain characters and stuff. We've got Sega doesn't want money, but that's not how I said in the video. I said Sega doesn't want money. Okay. I had too much kind of Chow footage just lying around. I just had me walking around the Chow garden and just petting Chow and doing all the stuff, which is cute and all, but I feel like the title could have done a bit more work. I will put that in B tier, because I said Sega doesn't want money, but then I start specifically talking about Chow, and although the joke kind of fits because they can get a lot of money with Chow, I feel like the title of the video could have been a bit more specific with what I was talking about, because some people came into the video saying, oh, you're right about this, but Sega also doesn't want money because they're not capitalizing on Jet Set Radio or Space Channel, or, you know, and then they keep going. So the title could have been a bit better, and I feel like the footage could have covered things a bit better as well. Cold take, new Pokemon Snap slaps Pokemon United. I would put that in D tier below. This might be my least favorite one, actually. I don't think any video I made during June Zoom was F tier. Otherwise, I don't think I would have even made it. I think I would have tried my hardest to actually come up with something that I felt should have existed. Anything in F tier would be something that I feel like this can be an F tier. The Super Mario 3D World is F tier. But anything in F tier would be something that I feel like shouldn't have existed during June Zoom, and I feel like every video here had its reason for existing. This cold take here was after I'd gotten off of the Pokemon Direct, and I don't even care about Pokemon that much, but I did feel generally strong about new Pokemon Snap because I am going to get it, and a lot of people were upset about Pokemon Unite, and I wanted to give my opinion on it. So the reason for this video was me giving an opinion on a very recent topic, and it didn't really feel good to me. Like, I don't want to say I forced myself because I did want to give out the opinion. However, making the video as recent as I did to the topic in question didn't really strike a chord with me, so it's probably not something I'm going to do in the future unless it's a series I really do care about, and Pokemon is not really one of that. So I might have an Origami King video in the future once I actually get around to playing the game. We've got the most meh cutscene in the Subspace Emissary, and I think this is my worst Subspace video. Funny enough, because I think the video itself is meh. So is it actually like a god tier video? Because the cutscene is meh, so the video is meh, so it accomplished what it was supposed to do? I'm not exactly sure. Even the thumbnail is meh, so I don't know. I'd put this at the top of D tier. I had more fun making the Mario Kart 8 video. And this meh video just kind of left me feeling meh. I'm like, meh, that was just kind of a video. Blue Shell, the best Mario power-up. I really enjoyed talking about this thing. I really enjoyed the Blue Shell in general, and I just got straight to the point with it. I didn't really cut any corners, and I talked about how the Blue Shell interacted with the environment in New Super Mario Bros. After I made it. I didn't think that I left anything out, although I could have gone over different kinds of levels that it interacts with. That's what's keeping it from being an S tier video. Also, it's very short anyways, so I feel like if I'm making an extremely short video, it doesn't have that much of a chance of being S tier unless it has some lasting power to it. Like the Super Mario World is literally unplayable video where the L that I had in it, the joke, the punchline was so good, I just had to have it there in S tier. We got Mega Mushroom, the most hype Mario power-up. I wouldn't put that in A tier. I'd probably put it around B tier in front of the Corona Mountain one. I'm not as passionate about the Mega Mushroom as I was the Blue Shell. I was struggling trying to find certain things to say about the Mega Mushroom that were interesting, even though I did want to cover it. And if I hadn't found out or if I didn't know about that little secret at the end of World 1-1, where if you destroy the blocks leading up to the flagpole with the Mega Mushroom, that there's invisible blocks. If I didn't know about that, I would probably put the Mega Mushroom video a bit lower, because there were a lot of people, even some of my close friends who just play these games a lot, that didn't know that there were invisible blocks hidden behind the staircase leading up to the flagpole at the end of the first level of New Super Mario Bros. So I felt like that gives this video a lot of purpose, and I don't think my delivery in the video was the greatest thing. I wasn't as into it as it was with the blue shell. We've got the SAS cutscene in the Subspace Emissary. I would put that at a probably around a high B tier. I put that above my Jolts. Maybe I would. I'd probably put that above my Jolteon video. Let's just put the Jolteon one higher. This cutscene is one that really struck a chord with me, and I feel like I did a pretty good job explaining why it did so, and I'm really glad at how I was able to explain Sakurai's lore for the Subspace Emissary, because I had overlaid his text with cutscenes from the Subspace Emissary, and I was explaining what was going on. And some people said in the comments that they actually cried from the video. I didn't think it was that touching necessarily, but hey, it has some purpose to it, right? If it's able to accomplish that, and it kind of gave me the feels looking back on it. I probably have to move it down a little lower though. I think that's about where it deserves to be. We got 730 days fulfilled. I would put this around B tier. It would be A or S tier if the footage wasn't lazy, I would say. Because this video's footage came from my 730 days video that I made a couple years ago. And the reason why I put this video so high, even though it's kind of a build-up video to the ZoomZoom finale, is because the fact that I had made a video in the past called 730 Days, right? And that was alluding to an event kind of like ZoomZoom 2 years into the future. And then someone in the comments actually figured it out. And I put that in the ZoomZoom fulfilled video. I just felt like everything came around full circle. And I'm like, oh, that's so clever. I'm so glad someone kind of noticed that little detail, right? And how I had done everything 2 years in advance. I feel like that puts it in at least B tier, if not A tier, because some people were like, oh my gosh. Actually, I might put it at the bottom of A tier, now that I think about it. Because I think the fact that someone figuring it out, and a lot of people in the comments were like, oh my gosh, you're a legend, dude. You figured it out. The guy man. The legend of the guy man. So, the footage itself, though, was reused. So, there is that. I wouldn't put it any higher than this. We got the ZoomZoom emergency video. Easy S tier. Nah, it's not. I put it at the bottom of A tier. And you might be curious, well, it's just some random emergency video that you made like within a minute. It hardly had any effort into it. It's not even technically a part of ZoomZoom, right? Look, I had a lot of fun with that one because of all the comments. Because I posted that, everyone was in mass hysterics. No one knew if it broke a rule or not because I wasn't very specific enough on the rules itself. People were like, wait, hold on, is this a rule break? Is it not? And some people are like, allowed. Some people were like, denied, access denied. This isn't a rule break. This is a rule break. And it was just mass chaos. It was freaking hilarious. I have to put it in A tier for that because the entertainment value I got out of that video, including the comments and the community, just, it kind of warmed my heart a little bit. The fact that I was able to upload a video like that and so many people watched it at midnight on a weekday. And I'm like, oh, it's just good stuff, good stuff. And finally, we've got the ZoomZoom finale, which I think is a solid S tier video. I don't know if I put it above the Ike one. Maybe I would. Here, I'll put the ZoomZoom finale in the number 1 spot. However, I kind of treat the S tier here as unordered. Because I could see myself on different days putting the Clanad one up front, the No Game No Life one up front, the Super Mario World is literally unplayable, and the Ike one. I think those are all very solid videos that have their own kind of lasting power. And if they don't have lasting power, then they're ones that are very personal to me. My anime videos tend to be the ones that are kind of reveal a bit more about myself. So that's my whole tier list. If you would like to make one on your own, then feel free. You can share it to me on Twitter, or you can share it with me in that Zyker Zone Discord server if you feel like it. But if you share it to me on Twitter, whether it be in DMs or mentions, I might, we could talk about it a little bit. I'll get your thoughts. and you can help me improve, and I would really appreciate that. So those are all the announcements. We've got the ZoomZike Zoom YouTube channel, so please subscribe to that if you would like to see future updates on live streams. I will still post a community post on the ZoomZike channel that I'm about to stream on the ZoomZike Zoom channel. However, I will probably stop doing those after a certain amount of time, in hopes that everyone that is interested in me live streaming will, subscribe to the ZoomZike Zoom channel. The ZoomZike Zoom channel, as I said, also about other kinds of videos I want to make that are very low on editing. Maybe I'm giving an opinion on something, and I don't want to put it on the ZoomZike channel because that's for bigger videos. And then we've got the ZoomZike subreddit. So if you would like to go to the subreddit here, then feel free. You can do whatever you want there. You can post your little piece on me if you want to just talk about me, or just maybe it's something I'm into, an inside joke, whatever. If you want to comment on any of the videos here, feel free. So I'd appreciate that. And if you want to make the June Zoom tier list, feel free to do that. And here's another invite link for sticking around. I really appreciate it. I'll put this one at maybe around 10 uses or so. And there are probably going to be a few more invite links scattered around different parts of the internet that have to do with my name. Maybe there's something on my Mal, maybe there's something on my Twitter, who knows. I won't give away too much, but those ones are going to be very low uses. So if you find one and you get in, consider yourself smart and lucky. So, appreciate you for sticking around, and I'll see you later. And I've got a lot of projects I want to get to, so just wanted to make this quick update video. Really appreciate you guys. See ya.